Hey guys, we are back for game 5, playing for a large quantity of marbles.
The decider.
Yeah, approximately all of the marbles. How many marbles do we have? A lot?
Wait, 0.
A really big jar? Oh, apparently we only have a medium amount of marbles,
Yep.
but we are playing for all of them. And I have unfortunately mulliganed down to 6 cards. My opening 7 did not have a green source, despite having several green cards. But this 6-card hand is actually quite good. Not a great turn 2, but we do have a solid curve. Just straight up the curve, and with a scry, it should be good enough.
I would say my hand is ambitious, but with Ross on a mulligan, I have faith.
Okay, I will scry. And this is not a card we're interested in. I would like
To keep it on top.
to put it on the bottom. That's just... Don't need an enters the battlefield tap land. I'll play event. Already got one of those.
Okay, step 1. Go ahead. We're going to get a prairie stream with this.
I will take a point from Llanero Ace and play a Den Protector.
Ooh, the
19.
aggression.
Yeah, let's see Wall Resurgence now.
Oh, man, he's figured it out.
Only took me 4 games to figure out how to play against this deck.
Warping Whale, just
Are
best
you
card
happy
ever.
now? Your zebra's facing the right way.
Jerk. Alright, I'll fetch a forest and limit Ross's ability to have hexproof creatures.
You're at 18. That was a good draw, too.
No!
Attack for 2.
Yeah.
16. I will go to 18 for an Inoffensa.
Ugh.
Just doesn't even let me cut before he draws a card.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened. Oh well, you'll be fine.
Hopefully it was bad.
It
Get
was
punished for your
medium?
insolence.
Oh gosh, 3 cards in hand,
Trace. They're all great.
and I'm at 16 life. Man, I am terrified.
What is the best possible 3-card hand I could have?
Man, just do you have a stone rain? Just be honest with me. If our land gets destroyed, we just cannot win. So I'm just going to play a wall and pass.
Coward.
I am a coward.
That was a good draw.
No. I just need a little bit of time.
I will take this time to cast this company. Again, taking a point. 17.
Okay. Just brick, 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 brick.
Oh, 2 creatures and 4 lands means
Oh,
don't have much of a choice.
no. Oh gosh. Alright, I will take 3.
Yep. Got a counter here. You're at 13.
Yep.
You can go.
Okay. That was not bad, actually. Now I'm going to play a wall and make my prairie stream into a 3/3 and pass the turn.
Sounds like he has a dispel. But
As usual, it could be anything.
so if he has dispel, he can counter either of these, and my attacks are not particularly good if that 3/3 is untapped. I guess I could just not attack with the Sylvan Advocate, but then if I'd probably put a counter here, so then he blocks here, trades here, I'd have to spend 2 mana.
I'll just go ahead and go on record that playing with 3 Wall of Resurgence in my deck was probably a mistake.
But I do actually get to trade for his land that way.
Probably gets 2 trade with my land, he says.
If I
Interesting strategy.
go for this and he has dispel, then that's tapped. I get to attack with everything, and
I take a
likely
million damage.
put a counter. So if I put the counter here, he would take 5. If I put the counter here, he'd also take 5. So it doesn't make a difference on this turn. But would it make a difference in future turns? This would be able to attack into a 3/3, but it would just become the other creature he blocks with a wall. I don't know if I would get any closer. If he doesn't want to lose his 3/3 and I just attack with these, then he blocks here and here, and takes 4. I guess I could just blocks here and here. It takes 4, which is probably what he's going to do.
What's happening?
Given his hesitance to make a 3/3 last turn, I think he has a Dispel. So I'm not going to play into it this time, and I will attack with these 3 and attempt to put the counter on Down Protector.
Sure. I'll block your 2 creatures I'm able to block.
You take 4,
Yep.
brings you to 9.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn and on upkeep try to Abzan Charm your land. Going to 16.
I will dispel it.
Yeah. Just make him use his mana on his turn.
I will play a Nissa, put the forest into play, and pass the turn.
It's a good draw.
Stop.
Now I will probably just want to send with everyone. If I put the counter here, and so that if he blocks Nissa, they would trade without me having to pump and use mana, then he can trade if you would like, or just and still block here and just take the damage from Down Protector. If he has Linvala, I would like to get this to a 6/6 by the time it next attacks. So, I guess I should check out his hand first. That makes more sense. Before I attack, I'll dress you.
Yep.
So he does have Linvala. And 2 crushes.
We need a land pretty badly.
Yeah, I would say you do. Well, I was hoping to cut off his ability to crush. I will take one of the crushes, though. The part is not particularly good. And now, thinking about it, if so he has to play Linvala next turn to survive if he draws a land.
Or I could time walk.
You could crush too. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, I can't say any of these spells.
Yeah, literally cast any of them. I don't know why I thought that. So, I sort of want to force him to crush, if that's what he... It's really awkward that you had 2 crushes.
It's really awkward that you're attacking me with a bunch of creatures early in the game. Why can't you just let me have my fun?
I'm just going to attack with everything and put the counter on Down Protector. This is vigilance.
Yep. Alright, so Ross has 2 cards in his hand. If our plan is land or bust, the question becomes, can we take an additional 2 points off the Sylvan Advocate and keep our Nissa alive? So we're taking 5 no matter what. If we take 2, if we draw a land, we can play Part the Water Veil and try to spike a 7th land and try to flip our Nissa, which is potentially a way that we can actually get ahead in the game. I guess we would also die to another Abzan Charm if Ross had that. And if we just block here with Nissa, then it kind of forces Ross to use his mana on that, which is some kind of small victory. I think. That being said, I guess if Ross had an Abzan charm, he would just destroy our land and we'd just be dead. So that wouldn't really matter.
Of note, if you take the extra 2, you would be at 2, so
I could die to this shambling
you'd be
event.
forced to play the Linvala on your next turn,
Right.
which would then bring you to 7, and
then this would...
You would have 5 blockers, and I would have... so you wouldn't be dead to it.
Yeah, so then...
You would end up going to 1.
Yeah, 5 blockers. Dim Protector would be a 7, right? Or a 6.
Yeah.
I actually think maybe just keeping Nissa alive is better. So now if we go like this, Ross pumps, we take 8, go to 1. And
that cuts you off of fetch lands.
Cuts us off a fetch land. That's definitely relevant. Yeah, let's just do this and hope for the best, I guess.
Okay. Go to 2.
Yep.
Play morph.
Yep.
You can go.
Come on, deck. Yes. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. Sort of. All right. As I said, I think we're just going to be super greedy and try to spike the 7th land.
Sure.
All right. Come on, deck again. Okay. That's not the worst. Do we just kill ourselves because if it's Dim Protector, you can just add a counter to that and make it a 4?
Because you're playing Linvala, and it'd be 5.
Oh, yeah, I could block that because I can't block this anyways. That's right. All right. I guess we're kind of just forced into that line of play. Make an Angel.
7.
And go to 7. Pass the turn. All right, let's do this one time. Just have nothing. You just drew something good, didn't you?
No, I drew something awkward. If I drew an untapped land, I just get back Abzan Charm and make my guy big.
Yeah.
But I drew
okay,
a tap land.
Okay.
I'm still fine.
Right.
Like I'm gonna.
I'm not dead though, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to 15, flip
Yep.
this Dim Protector, get back duress you.
Okay, that is pretty good. I have a Reflector Mage. Yep.
Yeah, Reflector Mage is a great draw.
It's not bad.
Oh,
if I just draw part of the water wheel, you're dead.
So
The drama. I think you can only attack for 5.
your neck could.
Oh, you can't. Oh, yeah, sure. So I get to eat your.
You
And
either get to eat my Inoffensive or trade with my Den Protector and
Yep.
take no damage.
I don't think you can give me the option of trading.
Well, trading means part of the Water Veil no longer kills me,
That is true.
which is somewhat attractive. And if you trade, then I guess you would just block this with an 06.
Yep.
I'm wondering what happens if I just like attack with everything and go crazy.
Like attack with and pump this.
Well, then you just eat this, trade this with the Angel, and block this.
That seems
that's
horrendous.
very bad.
Okay.
But what if I pumped this? So then you'd have to put the 5-power guy over here on one of these. So
Sure.
you'd probably eat this, then eat this with 3/3, block this with Warden, eat this. So yeah, you would.
I can also double block your Inoffensive.
Yeah, you would just eat way too many things.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I, if you trade, what happens? Like you reflect. If I don't let you trade and you just eat this, then you Reflector Mage this, attack me for 8, and I'm
Probably
basically dead.
Yeah.
If I just attack for 5 and you take it, go to 2, and Reflector Mage this, attack me for 8, then
You're forced to
you
power up
you
Shambling Vents.
cannot do that because Inoffensive would make this a 4-power that you wouldn't be able to block if you attacked Linvala.
That's right.
So,
Unless I drew a land and could hit Ashaya.
Sure. So I think I just have to attack with this.
All right, just gonna take the safe play.
Wait, no, yeah. If you ate this, that's go to 1. Yeah, because then you'd eat the Anafenza. So I'm dead. Like I'm basically dead on board if I do this. Because you eat the Anafenza, go to 1, untap Reflector Mage this,
Yep.
and then you can block this. So that's all I can do. We're trading.
I think. Yeah. So if I Reflector Mage. Oh, I could Reflector Mage this, and then you can't pump it, and I can block it, and then I can have you dead in 2 turns.
Well, no, because you still can't attack with Lindwalla then.
Oh, right, because they
Yeah.
traded. Okay, yep, I'm gonna trade.
You can go.
All right, figured that one out. Took us a while. Let's see. So if I Reflector Mage the Anafenza, then I'm covered on Den Protector. I can just block it. And then I can, let's see, block these 2, and then I have Reflector Mage in play, so I can potentially start getting a little bit more aggressive, actually. And I think I probably do need to get aggressive. Or at least send the Angel and put some kind of a clock on Ross. So, yeah, I'm gonna bounce the Anafenza and attack with the Angel.
I'm at 12.
Go ahead. What?
It's a very typical draw after getting Reflector Maged.
Ooh, another Anafenza.
Now, my attacks are fairly bad. 3/3 trades here, and then you just you can either wall or trade as you determine on the others.
Basically.
So I guess I will just collect a company. Guess I should have done that on your turn, but is there anything I can hit that would have made not doing it in your turn good?
Now you can attack.
Oh, now I can attack. So
Yeah.
that makes it
4.
You can go.
Land. Not terrible. Do I want to attack? You have 2 cards.
Yep.
I mean, I think this is going to be really good. So I'm kind of inclined to just want to try to live. I'm going to be dead to like an Abzan Charm anyways. I'll just attack. I think we just need to get aggressive.
9.
Play Jace, go. Come on, deck. Nothing. Was it something? I can't handle the suspense. Oh, we got crushes for days, baby.
It's 9-4.
9-4.
Interesting. Attack with Den Protector.
I will block with such ferocity.
You will block with your Prairie Stream.
I think so. I think that's your best angle on beating me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fenza,
Just pass. Just pass.
you can go.
Yes. Okay. So that lets us flip our Nissa. Don't think there's any reason not to just go ahead and lead on the Jace loot. So we're going to do that. Okay. Forest is worse than this island. Transform Jace. Play this island. Transform Nissa. Alright. So now, our options include attacking Ross in the air with this Angel, and then we can tick up on the Den Protector and make a 4/4. And that makes us die to... Oh, we don't die to Abzan Charm that way, because then once he puts a counter on the Den Protector, it'll be 4 power again. So that, I assume, has to be our safest option. And then we can also attack with the Angel in the air. So yeah, we're just going to do that. Attack you for 3.
6.
Tick up on Den Protector, making a Shia. Go.
I'll take 1 and level this.
Yep.
Go to 5. Was hoping I could trick you into just flashing back Crush of Tentacles somehow, leaving yourself dead to land Sylvan Advocate, which is what I had.
We're doing it. We're mounting the comeback.
Now, you're going to get 2 cards next turn. If they are, best case scenario for me, they are both bricks.
Yeah, that's usually the best case scenario.
Yeah, so let's say you just got like 2 lands or whatever. And then you have...
I think if I hit something and I'm able to crush and have 8/8 plus 3/3, you just can't win. So you probably should just take that out of the equation, right?
Yeah. But if you just crush normally, you would just have this 3/3.
Yep.
And if you do that, how can I...
But you also have to, like, incentivize me to do that somehow.
Well, I would incentivize you to do that by putting you dead next turn if you don't.
That's usually how incentives work.
Yeah, with this morph creature.
Okay, yeah, that is reasonable. It could just be a raptor. Rosh could just be being tricky right now. Maybe it's not even a morph. Maybe it's just like a land, and Ross is just trying to get me.
You only have 3 other creatures that are attacking, so conceivably I could attack with 1 creature, but that doesn't do anything. If you crush, you would have a 3/3, and then I would have... I don't even know what I would get back. Either
Probably Abzan Charm, right?
Yeah, probably Abzan Charm. But I would want to next turn play like Advocate, attack you with the Shambling Event, force you to chump away your land.
Sure.
And then I would go and get me to 9, but then you would just untap and Reflector Mage and a Shy and Nissa me, which wouldn't be very good for me. So I would probably I would probably just play both morphs again.
But then you'd be dead to the octopus, right?
Well, I'm saying if you don't have an octopus.
Oh, right. Okay, sure. I understand. Sorry.
Well, I could get the Abzan Charm back too, and then play Morph Creature, Face Up, Down Protector, Warden, so that I can chump away the Warden, and your Reflector Mage only deals with one of them. But you could reflect.
Then I could also have. I have a 6/6 Prairie Stream if I desire.
I can just Abzan Charm that, and yeah, but then it's not big enough. I would need both Abzan Charms. At least I'd have an out then. But I don't think you have no hand. This doesn't do anything. Play by Morph. I have no attacks, so I just have to pass and hope for the best.
Yep. Okay. That was great.
Was it Partha Waterville?
No. I have a Reflector Mage in my hand.
That's absurd.
Attack you.
I'm at 2.
Okay, now the question is what I want to Reflector Mage. Target Crush. I think it's probably just the Sylvan Advocate, right? That's the scariest card for you to play next turn.
Not when you have an 8/8.
I mean, is there a scarier card that you can play?
I think. Honestly, I think I'm just dead. Actually, I'm like literally dead because you're gonna have a 3/3 and an 8/8 with me at 2.
Yep.
And
then I can just
you
double
have
Reflector Mage.
You have access.
Or
to,
no,
oh,
I
you
can't actually double.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not dead. So
I think this is the scariest card because it's the cheapest and maybe enables lethal off Shambling.
well, I mean this.
Well, that's obviously the actual cheapest.
Yeah.
But
if I need to play actual 3 creatures.
So you would have 3, 4,
It's
5,
either that
6.
or it's either that or face up. If you take away this, then I can't just Abzan Charm the 8/8 and play 2 creatures, which is definitely my best bet. So I think
Warden.
it's
Yep.
actually Warden.
Okay. Then I will cast Crush.
Just casual. Oh my god, so absurd. Ripped 6 land, then Dispel for Collected Company, then Jace.
Oh yeah. Now, where'd my Prairie Stream go? There it is.
And I guess if I draw a land, then I can then Abzan Charm, play 2 things.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm still getting back Abzan Charm for sure.
Go.
And your hand, I know, is like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. You also have to like not die to your pain lands, which is kind of funny. What was it? Fetch?
It's just another tap land.
Okay.
Fetch will be okay because you give me the 3rd green source. I could go like green, white, black, get green, 2 colorless green cards, and be at 1.
Sure.
Can't believe I'm losing this game.
This is why we play Magic right here.
Yeah, I literally can't survive this next turn if I don't just play all 3 of these things and go to 1 anyway.
Okay.
Then you get to probably Reflector Mage the Advocate because I can actually morph a Den Protector if you Reflector Mage it. And like worst case scenario.
Yeah. So.
Worst case scenario, you Nissa, Jace. Yeah. Tap 3 Forest, play Nissa. Get Forest, play it.
Yep. So I'm gonna play Nissa. She's going to flip after I get the Forest.
Yeah.
Going to Reflector Mage, the Advocate, force 2 chump blocks, play Jace, and then make an Ashaya. And pass.
You have another Mage, which probably stops that from being an out. Four lethal creatures and, well, yeah. Basically have 5 things I need to deal with. 6 of you find another white source.
Also the option of just crushing and killing the Prairie Stream.
Drew this, which is like semi-interesting, but I can't.
What was it?
Eiley.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I can't do anything with it.
Okay.
You got me.
Yes! had so much fun. I'm not gonna lie. Hey everyone, back here for the emotional conclusion of Bant Ramp versus Abzan Company. Bant Ramp. Man, I just had so much fun.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it.
Yeah.
Just mopping up my mopey creatures with Jace and blue spells.
Yep. Yeah, well, I took it a little bit of a different direction this time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just a huge idiot for only playing 3 Wall of Resurgence. Let's just put it that way.
To be fair, you played the matchup where Wall of Resurgence is at its best by a wide margin.
For sure.
My deck was fairly poor against it outside of the Death Touch creatures and Death Protector. And when I was able to get those down, was almost able to beat Walls.
Yeah. But I mean, like an 06 is just huge. Like, even if you're just blocking like the chip shots from like the controlling decks, still buys you a lot of time. The synergy with Crushed Tentacles is there since the thing never dies, so you're always basically able to rebuy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just like missed Oath of Jace. There's definitely a possibility that's just miles better than Bond's Mortality. Also, with like the Oath of Nissa package, I'd probably want to look into playing some like Reflector Mages in the main. Probably not all 4, but like you don't want to get like too many 3-drops in the deck. But I think you could like build this deck in a dramatically different way, and it would be better.
Yeah, you sort of built it in a fairly straightforward, like this is my thing way, which is how you generally should like build decks, because you want to examine their internal synergies first, and then after playing a few games with it, we've now figured out like what the internal synergies are the weakest and which ones need to be replaced with some actual interaction so that we can play games with our opponent. And it's pretty clear that the Bond's Mortality was the weakest internal synergy card, and so that's clearly the card that's going to be cut. And cards that you want, like maybe Fourth Wall, more Reflector Mages, Oath of Jace.
Fourth Oath of Nissa.
Yeah, Fourth Oath of Nissa. So you have ideas for how to improve the deck. I was generally impressed by it.
Yeah, so it snowballs really well, right? So like you get a bunch of lands out of your deck, you play some cantrips, and then once you've crushed, you have a board position, your opponent has to redeploy, you play all your cantrips again, you get to play your Jace again, which allows you to flashback the crush, and just it's like this exponential growth kind of thing.
Yeah, and then you sort of close the game out with some dopey flyers or Part the Waterveil chains.
Yep.
I wonder if Part the Waterveil shouldn't be a 4 of. Like, it's the card that sort of closes the game, but not something you want clogging your hand early.
I agree.
And like you cast it there just sort of as a cantrip, or as like an explorer almost.
That was definitely pretty ugly in Game 5 when I cast it, but I agree. I think maybe you could shave on that card. It's probably a pretty good win condition, but Linvala was super impressive.
Linvala definitely seemed good. I could see that card being good even against a deck like Jeskai Black. Like, they can get 2 creatures in play and use Linvala. I like that Crush undoes a lot of work that Mentor does in that matchup, so that seemed cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Rally has my heart right now. I think Rally's the best deck in Standard. I've said it ad nauseum, but this deck is super awesome, and I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, as for the Abzan Company deck, this matchup didn't get to feature a lot of it. I think didn't feature it as well as a matchup like Jeskai Black or Rally would, where like you're trading a bit more, and the grindy nature of the deck with Collected Company, Matter Reshaper, Nissa, and Deathmist Raptor Den Protector come into play. But the mana base worked out better than I expected it to.
Yeah, I agree.
I wasn't necessarily lacking like taking too much damage or lacking colors. It was more actually having too many enters the battlefield tap lands.
Yeah, it's funny that the world has gotten to this point, but it looked like every time you drew Sandstep Citadel, it was just embarrassing.
Yeah, I almost didn't really need it for the mana fixing, and with 6 creature lands in the deck, like having more ETB tap lands
didn't really do anything.
Is tough. You can't really get more like battle lands or basics in the mana base really, and you already have 8 pain lands, so it's possible that Sandstep Citadel is just the only one left. But maybe something like Crumbling Vestige could be used. It was kind of awkward with Anafenza, obviously, if you ever have to play it early, but it could support some different elements. Maybe if you played
more Matter Reshapers,
maybe
more
Matter
Thought-Knots. Well, I guess Company you can't play Thought-Knots.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I felt like 8 enters the battlefield tap lands was too many. I'm not sure if you can reconfigure the mana base to be a little bit better in that regard, but
it's also possible you should just play all 8 creature lands, and that should be, if you have to play 8 enter the battlefield tap lands, you should just play all those.
Sure.
Because the synergy of Sylvan Advocate's awesome. I think that card is very good.
Yeah, Sylvan Advocate was impressive, even in this matchup where you have a bunch of walls to block it. Like, eventually it just made my board large enough that I was able to overcome some things or just put a lot of pressure on you. It could make your crushes awkward at times.
Yeah, I was about to say, obviously it's a unique scenario, but the fact that like you have the potential to be like Sylvan or untap Sylvan Advocate, animate, hit you for 4 or whatever, like that's something that I had to consider a few times, and that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we're all done for today. I'm probably never gonna have this much fun in a versus video for a long time, but I really appreciate you being a part of it, Ross.
I hate you.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good time to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, share below. The next stop on the SG Tour will be Columbus, Ohio, where Matthias Hunt and Ryan Overturf will be commentating. So,
little Minnesota crew,
another unique duo for the SG Tour.
Yeah,
so,
Ryan Overturf's debut. So check him out. Hopefully he does great.
Yeah, always fun to see new faces and new personalities. So, all right, check that out, and thank you for watching, guys.